Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Generally speaking, I believe the sales numbers for a video game, you really want to start keeping track of those after the game has been released, but you can never deny those pre-order numbers and how important they are to give the developer a general idea. But how many, I guess, normies in this digital age are pre-ordering physical copies from stores? Well, we got a little thing to talk about. Little rumor coming out. Article from that Park Place. Assassin's Creed Shadows pre-orders are less than 800 units from a national chain with over 900 stores. Again, this here is rumor control. If you know, you know. Rumor claims that physical pre-orders of Ubisoft upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadows are less than 800. That's less than one per store. My goodness. So this comes from Stuttering Craig of not that Park Place. Goodness gracious me. Hi, John. Side Scrollers Podcast. He put out on X, my insider told me that as of this morning, at their nationwide big box chain, could be any number of them, Assassin's Creed Shadows has less than 800 pre-orders combined for Xbox and PS5 company-wide. Over 900 stores, less than one pre-order per store. Yikes. Now, granted, keep in mind that, first of all, we live in a digital age. So a lot of people out there that are just going to wait till the game comes out or pre-order it digitally to get those what's that disgusting little word? Early access. But as Sid Alpha said, no, you're paying to reduce the penalty to play it late. I like that idea. You're not actually getting a pre-order. You're not playing it early. Everyone else is playing it late. Those little peasants who don't want to pay that extra $20, $30, sometimes even $50 extra to play it early. This is a single player game. Anyway, this post has a follow-up for a previous one where he claimed that Ubisoft Star Wars Outlaws had only received a total of 41 pre-orders. Now, that is something you can start to gauge against other games, especially if they're from the same company. 41 pre-orders. I wonder how Star Wars Outlaws is doing right now. If you base it on the clips that are going around, ooh boy, not to mention Ubisoft put out a patch that tanked save files on PlayStation 5. But hey, got to get that extra money, got to get that pre-order in, got to play it early. It's a single player game. What do you need early access for? Highly populated region of the United States where a chain has 27 stores. Okay. He wrote, I have an insider. So Craig's got insiders. He's got insiders. Deep breath. Deep throat. Never mind. That means something totally different nowadays. I have an insider who works for high traffic game stores in one of the most populated places in the U.S. They have 27 stores in that area, and there have been a total of 41 pre-orders. Oof. That's a bit abysmal. Again, I know I've said this a couple of times. Take those numbers with a grain of salt. And I believe John gets into it a little bit. Because over here on the PlayStation Store, the base game for Star Wars Outlaws is currently listed in the 6th position for pre-orders when sorted by best-selling titles. PlayStation wouldn't lie about that, would they? I mean, that false marketing, false advertising, I think. What do you think, as an honest question, do you think PlayStation gives a rat's ass about Ubisoft and their numbers? They just have a little algorithm, a little sorting mechanic on their store. Sorted by the best-selling titles. And, well, according to this, it's number 6 on pre-orders. Not too shabby. Sits behind Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Vault Edition. That's a big old name. Cross-gen bundle, blah, blah, blah. Assassin's Creed Shadows Ultimate Edition, which is $130. Why are you paying for this? I genuinely need to know. Maybe you're a massive Assassin's Creed collector, but honestly, if you are collecting the Assassin's Creed games, are you going to pre-order the digital edition? I personally would get, if I was into these games, I would get the physical copy. If I'm playing that much, I want something in my hand. And honestly, I think, well, slowly but surely, maybe more people are going to physical copies in this digital age. I don't know. I do wonder what the numbers are. How many people are going to physical copies versus how many people are just suck it up, buttercup, and going digital? Well, according to this, the $130 sits in 22nd position on the list. The base game sits in the 31st position on the second page. Wait a minute. Oh, this is talking about Star Wars Outlaws. We need to... You're comparing apples to oranges. No, don't do that. I go from Star Wars Outlaws, which is number 6, Assassin's Creed Shadows, $130, 22nd position, with the base game, $70 game, at 31st position. The Gold Edition, which is somewhere in between, probably what, $99 to $100, good Lord. The $100 edition is sitting at 42nd position. Now, this is probably a good indication of more people going to digital versions of the game. So I don't think the physical pre-orders is a good enough indication, but that remains to be seen, honestly. Star Wars Outlaws is also the 6th position for the best-selling titles in the United States, behind Black Myth, Wukong, Fortnite, Call of Duty, EA Sports, Madden 20, NFL 25. Why do we have such long video game names? EA and EA Sports, College Football 25. Star Wars Outlaws, I thought this was... I need to check this. John, we're talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Why are we... Same game, same company. So, I guess there's a comparison, but why do we keep bringing up Star Wars Outlaws? Outlaws is also in the 6th position, currently listed as the 3rd best-selling new game on the PlayStation Store, behind Black Myth Wukong. Okay. Are we mixing things up? 6th position in the United States, 3rd best-selling game on the PlayStation Store. So, it looks like the sales for Star Wars Outlaws is doing very well, but, okay. All this comes in the wake of the investors expressing concern regarding sales for Star Wars Outlaws as well as Assassin's Creed. Okay, cool. Not only would the key question the sales figures for Star Wars Outlaws, but we're supposed to be talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows. What do you make of the rumor about the lack of the pre-orders for Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadows at the retail stores? I don't think they mean much of anything, honestly. I don't think they're going to be any sort of clear indication. You have to look at the digital sales. I think that would be more, because honestly, the Sony and Ubisoft will probably get more. They have more of a profit margin when it comes to digital sales. There's no overhead, there's no packaging, there's no shipping. So, okay, cool. They make more money off these digital sales. With Assassin's Creed Shadows, with the Ultimate sitting at 22nd, I don't think that's anything to sneeze at. But being in 22nd place or 31st place or 42nd place, whatever all these numbers mean, you don't know. That doesn't tell you how many people are buying the game. We're not going to really know those numbers until the game releases. And that's even if PlayStation releases those numbers or if Ubisoft releases those numbers. With the early access of Star Wars Outlaws, people getting to see what a atrocity of a buggy mess that is, that might be pushing more people away to getting their refunds or just not purchasing Star Wars Outlaws. Could the same thing happen with Assassin's Creed Shadows and their lovely little so-called pre-orders? Single-player game, why do you want early access? But whatever. We'll have to wait and see, but far be it for me to miss an opportunity to dunk on the sales of an Ubisoft game. What do you think? Do you think this 800 units, do you think it's a credible rumor? Do you think it means anything to the grand scheme of sales, the grand idea of Ubisoft wanting to sell more and more games, and how popular, because you know these articles are going to come out, just how much fun and popular and great and fantastic Assassin's Creed Shadows, and how all the bigots and racists and whatever were just so wrong about this game. We'll have to wait and see. The game comes out on November 12th, just a little less than 3 months away. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see what more wonderful news comes out about Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think Ubisoft is doing fantastic this year. But let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty little things us YouTubers beg you to do. And I hope to see you on the next one.